Alright, this is the first time I've ever gone live right now. So, can you guys even hear me? This is the first time I've ever gone live right now. If you can, let me know. So, in the chat. Can you guys even hear me? Let me see. If you can, let me know. In the chat. Sorry, I'm just a country boy living out on a farm here, and so it's kind of hard for me to know what's going on here. Let's see. Cool. All right. You guys can hear this. Nice. Awesome. All right. So, let me get into this, guys. I want to go over the Bitcoin apocalypse that's going on right now. Right? The end of Bitcoin as we know it. The destruction, the apocalypse. No, seriously, guys, though, what I want to do is I want to go over what I think is happening. I want to go over my TA, and I want to go over how I am planning to trade this in the future, because this dip is giving us an amazing opportunity to enter some really great trades. So the first thing I'm going to do is go over just some basic technical analysis, some basic TA, and then I'm going to look at Market Cypher, and we're going to come up with a strategy, a plan that we can execute if what we plan actually comes to fruition. So we had this trend line that was building here on the 4-hour time frame, and ever since the beginning of February we were using this trend line, bouncing off of it multiple times, and we were, this was defining the trend. And then recently we came up really high and we just broke right through that trend line. Not only did we break through that trend line, but we broke through this area of support right here. We broke through this area of support right here. And the problem is, now that we're broken through this trend line, we don't really have any strong supports until we get back down to about the 51,780 level. And then we have another support at the 50,747 level, another support at the 49,830 level, and another support here at the 49,000 level, and then finally we have a support down here at the 46,777 level. Now these are very significant areas of support, because if we take a look and we zoom in on the 1-hour chart, we can see that we were using this line of this little area of support right here. We were using this as, first it was resistance, and we couldn't break through it and we bounced off of it. Then we hit it as resistance again, then we broke through it and we used it as support. We bounced off of it, we came through, we used it as resistance, and we kept using it as support and resistance. So this is a very significant level that we need to keep our eye on if we're looking to enter a long trade specifically. And then down here at the 50,694 level, again, this was resistance. We bounced off of it, and then we broke through it and it was support, and then it was support, and then it was support again. Right here at the 49,713 level, this was massive, a massive resistance. We could not break through. If you guys remember, trying to break that 50,000 level was so hard. We bounced off of it once. We bounced off of it twice, we bounced off of it 3 times, we bounced off of it 4 times, and then we finally broke through. Then we have this level here. As you can see, it was a resistance, it was a whole bunch of support, resistance, support, and then finally down here we have this level at 46,774, and this was massive. I mean, look at this thing. We had a whole consolidation section right on this line here. It was support, support, support. So these are levels. When we're looking for support and resistance levels, we want to find areas where the price has touched multiple times. That's how you can find very sturdy support and resistance levels without going into anything fancy like Fibonacci. And then what you can do is you can take your rectangle drawing tool and you can kind of just draw an area around here and say, okay, when the price enters into this area, I'm looking for something, I'm interested in this area, and I'm looking for maybe a bounce or some kind of reaction. In this case, a bounce. Now, I want to take a look at what happened back at the beginning of January, because we saw something very similar. But before I do that, I want to point out something. There were a lot of people who were watching this diamond pattern form right here, and they were looking to trade this breakout. They were saying, okay, we had our leg up here, then we had our diamond pattern, and now we're going to break upwards. Now look, this is a great example of why it's important to look at Market Cipher when we're trading breakout patterns. Because if we were to use our Market Cipher strategy, the one that I explain thoroughly on this channel often, you can check out that video if you're new here. You can check out that video. I'll leave it in the description of this video, but it's on my channel where I walk you through my exact Market Cipher strategy. But let me see. I need to load up Market Cipher here on the 24-minute. I just want to show you why it's so important to use Market Cipher when we're looking at a potential breakout trade. Because as you know, my strategy is I'm looking for a trigger wave on the 4-hour, and then after we get our trigger wave, I'm looking for a trigger wave on the 24-minute and the money flow index crossing over. Now look at this. When we were breaking out of this diamond, we were in the middle of a red wave on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour. So this is telling us right away on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour, don't enter a trade here. Don't enter a trade. Even though it looks like the price is going way high, don't FOMO in, because our indicators are telling us not to enter a trade. And then we did get a green trigger wave here on the 4-hour eventually. But if we take a look at our Market Cipher B on the 24-minute, we had already kind of missed that money flow curve. Where did we get that? Yeah, right here. We had already missed our money flow curve, and this is not a good wave to enter. And let's say we had entered here anyway. We could have entered here. We could have ridden this little trade up. Market Cipher would have gotten us a nice 1.8% trade, but then we immediately print a red dot on the 4-hour, and we would have gotten out right here. So it's very important that you don't just look at patterns, you also look at Market Cipher. And if you don't have Market Cipher, you can get it. It would help out my channel if you use my affiliate link. Obviously, you don't have to, but it's a great tool. So what I'm looking to do is I'm looking to see the price come down to these levels. And once they get to these levels, I'm going to be watching Market Cipher closely to see if there's a good opportunity to enter a long. Now, we can kind of get an idea of what we're looking for by looking at the last huge run-up and then period of consolidation / correction. And this happened back in the beginning of January. Now, I have all these trend lines printed up here from the video I made yesterday. I'm just going to get rid of these here. But looking at the past, you know what they say, history doesn't repeat, it rhymes, right? That's what everyone's been saying lately. So we had a huge run-up starting, all the way back in, December. And we just had this huge uptrend. Let me draw it. You like that sound effect? Okay. And then we got to the top, and what happened? Something very similar to what's happening right now. We had this period of consolidation. Now, at the time, it seemed, devastating. But in hindsight, look at that. Especially if we zoom out, this is not devastating at all. This is just a simple bull flag that continued to the upside. It pretty much, it's really interesting. If we had traded this pattern, it exactly played out, and so it makes sense that we're at the top right now. But what we want to look for now on Market Cipher B, as we are watching this little retracement happen, is we want to see a big dot. Most of you have a big green dot. I have a blue dot here because blue and purple is way more soothing to my soul than green and red. I have a big blue dot right here. This signifies a bottom. And if we look at Market Cipher B, it really did signify the bottom of this move. It showed us when this downtrend was starting to reverse back up, right? So we kind of got an idea that this was a bottom. Now if we take a look at this bottom here, it just so happens that this was also a key level of support because we had a level here that acted as resistance, we broke through, it acted as support and we bounced back off of it, it acted as support and we bounced back off of it, we came all the way up here and we came back down to this tested support line, and not only did we come to this support line, but Market Cipher B also confirmed for us, yeah, this is a bottom, this would be a good time to start looking for a long. So then what do we do? Then we come over to our 24 minute time chart over here. Sorry for that little accent, 24. The thing is, I'm a country boy, but I'm from the city originally. So let's find this area to see how we would have traded this on the 24-minute time chart and how we would have entered a really nice long position. It's a little ways back. It's a little ways back here. Here we are. Bear with me, guys. You know, this is the first time that I've gone live here, so any little mistake I make cannot be edited out. You know, if I say something stupid or if I do something stupid. So let me just delete these little things here. Now I just want to make this video because I don't want you guys to freak out about the price dropping, okay? This is actually a really good thing, and I spoke about it in one of my previous videos where, according to Market Cipher B, we were getting very overextended. We needed some kind of consolidation or correction. And the thing is, as most of you probably know, if we don't correct, if we don't consolidate, then the bull market will end, because part of keeping a market healthy is volatility up and down. Okay, so here we are on Market Cipher B on the 24-minute. Let's get to the exact place where we should have been looking for an entry. Okay, so here we are on Market Cipher B. Now, this is going to be a little bit different than my normal strategy because we are in a downward trend, and on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour, the money curve index is curving downward. Now, remember, usually the first thing we look at is the money flow index on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour. This will give us our general environment. If we're thick in the green, we're only looking for longs. If we're coming down and we're curving toward the red on Market Cipher B, we're going to be looking for slightly different things on the 24-minute, similar but slightly different. And the reason is because there's just not as much money in the asset. So let's take a look. We hit our bottom on Market Cipher B on the 4-hour, and it just so happens that we just had a anchor wave. Look at this. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 7th anchor wave on the 24-minute. And this is why, guys, it's so important to use multiple time frames, because people who are trading on the 5-minute time frame, the 15-minute time frame only, and they see all these anchor waves, they would have seen, you know, their people are looking for divergences, and they would have said, okay, check it out. We hit the bottom on the 24-minute, and then boom, we had a trigger wave, and the money flow index is curving back into the green. Let's buy, and then they buy, and then comes down. We need to use multiple time frames because this will help us get a bigger picture. So we had our bottom on the 4-hour, and then we had 7 or 6 anchors on the 24-minute, and then we get ourselves a trigger wave, and we can clearly see the money flow index is starting to curve like this. We had all these bottoms, and now it's starting to curve like this. And so we could have entered right here, and this would have been a really great entry, actually. If we took that first trigger wave right here on the 24-minute, if you guys can see that. Or we could have waited until the money flow index actually came up into the green. So we could have actually also entered right here to be more safe. You know, when it comes to trading, you know, in hindsight, we can say, yeah, this would have been a great entry here. But if we're sticking to my strategy exactly, right, I don't enter a trade until the money flow index is already curved into the green. So we would have entered here, let's say, because we're sticking to our strategy. Okay, that's still a really great trade because we would have entered right here at a price of about 34,397, and we could have gotten in right here and ridden this thing up about 16%. about 16%, and then we would have gotten out right here because we were printing a red trigger wave on the 4-hour, which would have invalidated that trade. So as you can see, we would have taken the price right into about here. So we would have missed some of the move, right? Maybe like 15%. That's still a really great trade. Or we could have gotten out earlier just by looking at market cipher B on the 24-minute. I mean, really, guys, when you see this downward momentum on market cipher B, you know, it's like a sea serpent coming out of the water. You know, we need to look at it like that. It's like a sea serpent. It's coming out, or a dolphin. It's jumping out of the water. It's going to come back into the water. We can see that momentum happening before it happens. You know, it's difficult to time your exits, but at the very least, we would have exited our trade right here. At the very worst, we would have exited our trade right here at about 38,990. So that's still like a 15% move. So we can use these same exact principles, these same exact tactics in our current retracement. Now, how low is it going to go? We don't know. We have some targets that we set based on, you know, support and resistance, but really at the end of the day, the only way we're going to know for sure is by looking at market cipher B and looking for a bottom. Now, there's something else to keep in mind here too, guys. This may not be as big of a correction as what happened back in the beginning of January. We might not actually print a big green dot on the 4-hour. This is very important to keep in mind. So scenario 1 is what I just went over with you, right? We're looking for a big green dot on the 4-hour. Scenario 2 is maybe we come down, because we're definitely coming down. If we zoom in on market cipher B, we can see that we've already crossed the zero line, which has not happened in a very long time. This wave has come down past the zero line, which means at the very least we're going to print a green dot somewhere around right here, right? At the very least. But probably it'll be lower. And even if we don't print an absolute bottom on the 4-hour, if we come back to what happened in January, let's do that here. Where are we? Oh wow, this is December. I'm in December over here. Man, I'm messing it up, guys. I am ruining this live stream. Man. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't really look at the chat right now, but I will after I'm done with this, and then maybe I can answer questions if anyone has them. You know, we had a correction. Like, let's say, I remember back in early January, we had a mini dump right here. This could be what we're experiencing. We could be just experiencing a mini dump like this, and then we come and continue back up. Even if we get just a mini dump, we're still going to print that green trigger wave on the 4-hour time frame, which will still give us our confirmation to continue upwards. And then we'll start looking for a long on the 24-minute. So if we don't come all the way down and print this big bottom, we are going to print a tight trigger wave right here, which is a great sign. And then we can look for a long on the 24-minute and ride that price action up. So those are two possible scenarios that we need to plan for and be ready for. Now, it's very important, and let me just really quick say this, and then I'll look at the chat and see if we have any questions. But the thing about technical analysis and market cipher is not necessarily that market cipher is going to tell us exactly what to do. What we can do is we can look at market cipher and look at our chart and come up with different possible scenarios, and then come up with a plan for each scenario. That way, no matter what happens, we already have a plan. And this is very important. If you look at the chart, like right now I'm looking at the chart and I have plans for possible scenarios. If none of those scenarios play out, I will not enter a trade, okay? If all of a sudden the price goes way up and I feel like, oh no, I'm missing out, it's going to 70,000 and I'm going to miss out on all these gains, I'm not going to enter. I'm not going to enter based on FOMO. If one of my plans doesn't play out, if one of your plans does not play out, just don't trade, because I cannot tell you guys how many times, especially when I first started, I entered a trade out of FOMO, deviating from my plan, and got wrecked, man. It happens all the time. it's so important that you have patience and discipline. You're coming up with a plan and you're executing those plans when they happen. Like right now, look at this. Look at this giant wick right here, right? The price, is it reversing, you know? Is it reversing? Some people might get FOMO'd and think, "Oh no, we hit the bottom. It's going back up. Buy, getting along, getting along." No, 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 no. We haven't had our confirmations. Just give it some time. Have a little patience. It'll be all right. So, let me see if I can actually see questions here. Now, you know what's weird is I'm live, but on my screen here, let me see. Oh man, I don't know if I'll actually even be able to. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I watch the video from another window here, I can see the chat. This is so ghetto. I'm ghetto. Let's see here. This is so ghetto. Oh man, here I am live. Man, Jason Casper's live. I wonder what he has to say. I wonder if it's anything good. This guy's a loser. This guy is a loser. Here we are. Okay, look at this. Wow. Now you guys are seeing my screen here. Cool. Man, this is professional. This is super professional. Does anyone have any questions? Let me see. Oh, it's zoomed in? Dang, this whole time it's been zoomed in? Or is it just zoomed in now? Does anyone have any questions? Let me see. It looks like it's been zoomed in this whole time. Oh, it's zoomed in? Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so all that was for nothing, huh? Oh, man. Sorry, guys. All right, let me see if I can zoom out. Let me see if I can zoom out. All right. All that was for nothing, huh? Let's see here. How would I even do that? Let me see if I can zoom out. You know? Let me see if I can zoom out. All right. Sorry, guys. Again, this is the first time going live, so I'll have to fix this for the next stream. All right. Sorry, guys. Again, this is the first time going live, so. But let me see if maybe I can move my chart. So that you guys can see it zoomed in. Let me take a look here. So that you guys can see it. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Yeah, I guess I'll have to fix this, guys. Sorry. I'll have to fix this, guys. You know, like I said, this is my first time streaming. Sorry. So Edward Cruz, what's the price target to buy back in? Well, like I said, you can watch this video again. I just went over it. So yeah, I apologize for the bad Well, you can watch this video again. I just went over it. I apologize for the bad quality here, but basically, I'm looking for two things. I'm looking for some levels that are of interest to me. One of them would be 51,781. One of them would be 50,726. Another one would be 47,000. That's the lowest one, and then also around the 48,500 level. Exactly, Donnie Hayden. Exactly. This is just a pullback so we can buy back in cheap. So what we do is we look for our support and resistance levels, and then we also look for confluence with market cipher B, and on the 4-hour and the 24-minute, which will allow us to buy in at a great price. And wow, look at this actually. Bitcoin is pretty low right now, which is great. That's actually really great. Hey, chill guy, don't worry, man. Everything's going to be all right. You know, obviously Bitcoin is going to hit a new all-time high. So even if you are, you know, holding Bitcoin right now, it's going to end up higher. So just if you're holding Bitcoin, just hold. Trust me, it'll go back up. Yeah. If it is F2 pool again, you know, honestly, at this point, I'd have to say that I'm actually kind of happy that this pullback is happening. Oh no, 3 times leverage all in, bro. Chill, guy, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Oh no. You shouldn't ever do that. Do you have Market Cipher, chill guy? Because if you have Market Cipher, you would not have ended up in this predicament. You would have seen right here on Market Cipher that we were not going up in price. It was very clear. Clinton, what do you want me to see? So I shine pressure washing. I like oh yeah, Clinton, I know my stream is zoomed in, man. I don't know how to do this. I really don't. It's less zoomed in than it was before, to be honest with you. But it's chill guy. I mean, I obviously I can't answer that because I don't know where the bottom is going to be. You know, I have some ideas where the bottom's going to be. I definitely don't think we're going lower than 48,000. That would probably be the absolute bottom. But you know, I recommend you get Market Cipher in the future, man, and watch some of my past videos where I go over, you know, how to make sure that you're entering into good trades because you know, you don't want to get wrecked, man. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, chill guy. You know, you got to wait for those bottoms on Market Cipher. It'll really help you. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. March might possibly be great, Donnie, but it might not be great too. You know, historically March is kind of a bad month for Bitcoin. So if we had a month like January where we just had a month of consolidation, I think that would actually be really healthy for the markets. Not only would it allow us to enter some really awesome trades riding those waves up and down, but it would be healthy for the bull run in general. Wolf Unique, yeah, I agree with you. I think we could very well hit 300,000 by the late fall. And yeah, Clinton, I'm trying to fix it, man. I apologize. I apologize for this. Yeah, Mad FinTech. That's right. Don't ever go all in. Don't put your whole account in trading, guys. You know, my rule for myself is I only use 15% of my whole portfolio max in trading, and then of that 15%, I only risk between 1 and 3% per trade. Meaning, if I were to put 100% of my account into a trade, I would always set my stop loss between 1 and 3%. Of course, you can give yourself more playing room if you use less of your account with a looser stop loss. Thank you, Clinton. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, chill guy. I definitely don't think. Of course, this is not financial advice, guys. I'm just some country guy, homesteader out here taking care of my animals. But I don't think we're gonna hit your liquidation price of 35K. I don't think so. But you know, anything can happen. That's why it's important to have Market Cipher. I know I push Market Cipher. People think I'm a Market Cipher shill. Here's the thing. Look, before I had Market Cipher, I might have ended up in your position, chill guy, because you know, 52,000. That was right around a pretty big support level, and you could have thought, okay, this is a good place to start laddering in my position. But you know, Market Cipher told me, hey, this is not the bottom yet, so you know, I didn't get in. Remember, cryptocurrency is super volatile. I mean, it's not anything crazy to have a 60% correction in the middle of a huge bull market. That's totally normal, guys. And yeah, Sean S., you're right, man. We can look at the past and kind of see these market cycles where, you know, we have some big targets for this year. And you know, something else I want to talk about, if you guys Oh, cool, chill guy. I'm glad. Yeah, watch some of my old videos, man. And if I'm assuming you're a man since you're called chill guy, but watch some of my old videos. Come up with um, a real strategy for yourself so that you won't ever, you won't ever do this again. Um, Guys, something else that we can really do if you're new to trading, right, and you don't want to, it can be intense if you're new. Take it slow, and let's remove these drawings and let's look at the day chart. I mean, if you just look at the day chart, I entered a long, believe it or not, I entered a long on January 28th. Where was that? Right around January 29th, I entered a long, and the reason I entered a long is because we had this. After this huge run up and then all this consolidation, we printed a green dot on the daily market cipher B right here. And I held that, and I was in that trade literally until last night when I was sleeping. I got stopped out in profit. I got stopped out in profit, and I was in that trade for almost a month, man. I was in that trade for almost a month, and it takes all the pressure off. If you're just looking at the daily time frame, and you enter right here. Of course, then we had the huge Elon Musk pump, but if we ignore that, we just had this uptrend that kind of went all the way up here, and I just kept moving my stop loss up. I just kept moving my stop loss up. I kept taking profit along the way, and then finally last night I got stopped out right around $54,000. It was an amazing swing trade for me. I ended up making some crazy percentage. It's hard to say the exact percent because I was taking profits along the way. But look at that, and you could have done the same thing back here. Whenever you have a green dot on the daily that crosses below the zero line, it's a great time to buy. I mean, look at this. If you had bought, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's a long. I don't recommend using leverage for this either because you need to give yourself a lot of playing room. I mean, look, like you'll have like 5% fluctuations or more on a day-to-day basis. But if you just bought this bottom, you could still be in this long right now, And I know that's just like hodling at that point, right? But my point is, people make it more stressful than it has to be. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm going to try. Luxe Levenjante. All right. No, I don't think we're going to see a 10K Ethereum too soon, but I definitely think we could see one by the end of the fall. Yeah, chill guy, man. You got to be super careful when trading with leverage. I use 2 or 3 leverage max, and mostly I use leverage in place of a stop loss where I calculate how much I can lose and how much I'm willing to lose. But I recommend, making small, consistent gains, guys. Think about this. $100 of Bitcoin last year. Oh, you're all jokes? Yeah, tomorrow, man, we'll have a 10K Ethereum. Everyone go long now, right? Making small, consistent gains, guys, without using leverage is totally acceptable. Categoric, I just went over that in this live stream. I'll upload a video about this afterward because I think that it was pretty bad quality. So I'll reiterate what I said in an actual video after this. But there's a few things that I'm looking at to know when to buy in. And then we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens from there. I don't think we're going to see below 40K, to be honest with you. I think the lowest that we will go is probably the 48,000 level, just because we have a lot of support and resistance right at this level. I mean, if we take a look just by drawing, this is the daily chart, but if we draw a line right through here, look at all the price action that happens here. It's it's resistance, 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 resistance. Then it flips to support, 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 support. So I don't. If we break below this line right here, then we might see down to around that 42,000 level. But I don't think that's likely. But we do need to keep that in mind, right? We do need to keep that in mind. Make sure you're looking at market cipher. Make sure you're looking at market cipher. Wow, look at that. Yeah, are these regular candles? These are Heikin Ashi. Yeah, you're right. Wow, we just bounced off that 47 level. I wonder what is going to happen. Let's take a look at the 4-hour here. You know, it looks like we might actually, you know, keep an eye on the market cipher B. If we form a green trigger wave, you know, and we don't actually bottom out, but we just form a trigger wave right around here, you know, that might be our signal to look for a long, guys. That might be our signal to look for a long. You know, it's so funny when we zoom out on the 4-hour, it doesn't look like anything happened. But man, let's see. Oh, anyone have any other questions before we tune out here? Let's see. Does anyone have anything? Alright, I think I'm going to end this now. Sorry for the bad quality, guys. I'm going to figure this out before I go live next time. Alright? But I'm going to reiterate this and post it in another video. But, you know, we're getting a pretty significant bounce off of some pretty significant levels. In fact, these were the levels that I these were the levels that I was looking at. I know I deleted them off my chart, but these are pretty much the exact levels that I was looking at here. You know, I was looking to possibly ladder in my buys at 51,000, 50,000, 48,000, and the very lowest would have been 47,000. We didn't quite hit that, but it looks like we came down, and it looks like we're getting a bounce off of this pretty significant resistance line. In fact, if we just draw a little box around this, you know, that was a huge liquidity zone that we just entered right here. You know, it is possible, guys, that we might actually confirm a bounce off of this. And if we do confirm a bounce, then you know, I would totally be looking for a long right now. And if we can print this 4-hour trigger wave, let's take a look at some of the lower time frames to see what's happening on maybe the 2-hour. Yeah, you know, it looks like the 2-hour is getting ready to form a pretty significant anchor wave here. So, yeah, let's see what happens. You know, keep in mind things are super volatile, and, you know, a lot of times we might have a bounce and it's just forming a lower high. I mean, you know, when we're looking at the big time frames, it's easy to see this as a huge reversal, but if we're looking at something, you know, like the 15-minute, you know, this whole way down, we've just been forming lower highs and lower lows. Of course, this does look like a pretty significant bounce at the moment, but unless we can come back and, I'd say, form a high above this high right here, I would say we're still technically in a downtrend. So just keep our eyes peeled, guys. Yeah, create a winning market cipher strategy, crypto trading strategy, chill guy. That's the video, man. Let me see here if I can show you on my actual channel here. I'll just since this is already so ghetto. Let me see if I can even view my channel here. No, I don't know. No, I can't. I can't even, man. But yeah, sorry about this, y'all. I'll fix this in the future. You know, things are looking all right now. A little bit all right. I don't know what's going to happen, but this is we bounced off that level, so we'll hold tight. Yeah, Sindri. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Sindri. I actually just made a video about this yesterday, so check it out. Mario 7, yo, what's going on, man? What is going on, bro? It's going pretty well for me. I'm loving this price action, man. Volatility. Volatility. That's the way it Oh, cool. So you saw it. Binance Coin, man. I wish I had gotten some of Binance Coin earlier. You know, I really think that because of what's happening with Binance and the way they're pumping this coin, we could see it go up a lot still. But Chill Guy, no, Market Cipher is not free. I think it's $400. Totally worth it, man. Totally worth it, because that $400 you'll spend on Market Cipher will save you thousands of dollars in losses. Trust me. Yeah, I think we could see like 800 Binance coin or more. I mean, they're really stepping it up over there at Binance, and they're pumping this coin. So who knows? Tab Mode 96. Hey man, yeah. So basically, we're having a retracement. It's nothing to be concerned about. I recommend you check out some of my other videos, Tab Mode 96, on my site, because I go over kind of a lot of things on how to trade this kind of volatility and what we're looking for. It depends also on your strategy, Tab Mode. Like, are you a hodler? Are you a long time holder? Because if you're just holding, then just hold. Don't sell. Always buy more. Like, if you're a holder, every time the price goes down and you have an opportunity, buy. I mean, personally, I buy every month. I buy Bitcoin regardless of the price. I was buying it back in the March crash when it was $3,000, all stoked. I've been buying it now when it's $60,000. I have a small amount of money I allocate every month, and I just stack my crypto, man. So Tab Mode, it depends on what you want, but there's definitely good ways to know, Tab Mode, when to enter a trade again if you're trading. I recommend you get Market Cipher. I recommend you check out the videos on my channel, man, and buy Market Cipher, because it will really help you. Darius, yes, the alerts on my Ethereum. I trade lots of different coins, man. I trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything on Bybit I trade against the US dollar. And then on Binance, I'm also trading a lot of coins. I'm trading ADA, I'm trading Theta, I'm trading Polkadot, and a coin, Soul, S-O-U-L. Man, that is pumping right now. And I've been really enjoying Soul. And another coin, an altcoin I'm looking at, is VIDT. I think that has the potential to pump. In fact, if we take a look at the VIDT chart right here real quick, we can see, if we go to the daily time frame here, or even the weekly time frame, this coin is primed to pump, man. It is primed to pump. Let me take off Market Cipher B, because we don't even need Market Cipher B to see this, but look at this giant triangle right here. Now, VIDT Data Link, this is a really awesome project. They have like partnerships with like some really huge tech companies, and they have a really great use case. And I did a lot of research on here on this specific coin, and I think it's just primed to pump, man, because you know how these altcoins pump? I think this thing is primed to pump, and I'm trading it against Bitcoin, so I'm looking for something like this to happen. I mean, we're clearly at the bottom here. We are clearly at the bottom, so I'm looking for some kind of crazy pump here, like possibly 800%, 900%. So I've got a big old bag of this, and if nothing happens to it, nothing happens. It's not going to go any lower. It's not going to go any lower. This is the bottom. So if you're looking for a possible moon bag, this is a way to go. ADA price prediction for March? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could see ADA going to $10 by the end of this bull run, and then back down to maybe like $1. You're trying long term because you can only buy a little at a time. Yeah, Tab Mode, that's the way to go, man. The safest way to trade crypto is really to just buy and accumulate, because we're in an uptrend. I mean, what's so funny? If we look at Bitcoin, right, and we look at Bitcoin on like the do I have it here? I don't have. There's a chart I don't have here. I forget, where you can see Bitcoin from its inception at like 10 cents. But basically, if we look at Bitcoin on a monthly chart, right? I mean, come on. We're in an uptrend, and we've had some crazy crashes along the way. But if you just zoom out, I mean, we're in an uptrend. So buying and holding, the trend is your friend until the end. Eric B, how about entering along on signal? Might not be a strong signal and setting a stop loss a few dollars below buying price. Eric B, that's you want to make sure that you really take the time to come up with a clear strategy. The thing that you're missing is that those losses, those tiny little losses will add up, like the trading fees and the fact that the price is going down. If you don't have a clear trading strategy, those small losses are going to add up, man. And you're going to end up losing money. MN. Oh man, I just went over that in this live stream. So basically, we are looking for confirmations on Market Cipher in order to tell us if we should buy in. Let me see. Market Cipher B. We're looking first for a confirmation on the 4-hour time chart. You know, I know it's going back up right now. We had a serious bounce off of this line here. And, you know, here's the thing. I'm a safe trader. I would say, you know, if I didn't have Market Cipher, I would totally buy in right now. Totally. I would totally buy in. But here's the thing. I have a trading strategy, and I stick to it. I don't deviate from it. And if this is a true reversal right here, yeah, I might be missing out on, you know, how much profit here. I might be missing out on 9% gains. But here's the thing. When I get my Market Cipher confirmations, that means I'm confirmed. My gains are confirmed. This might just be a bounce and then we can continue our downtrend. We don't know. This is a 4-hour candlestick right here. 4-hour candlesticks can have some crazy volatility. How many times have you guys seen a 4-hour candlestick, you know, go all the way up and then end in a purple candlestick? So we got to just be careful. Yeah, Christopher, did I zoom back out? I did a little bit, right? I'm sorry, man. Hey, flare that. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. I'm sorry, guys, for the bad quality here. I'm really sorry for the bad quality. How many trades do you enter and close in a day, average base? Not very many, Eric B. I don't enter a trade every day. I do not enter a trade every day. I only trade when I get my confirmations, and that might not be every day. Like, let's see, I entered a trade on February 11th, I entered a trade on February 13th, I entered a trade on the 15th, on the 16th, and on the 19th, and then this day here was yesterday. I did not enter a trade yesterday because even though we got this green trigger wave here, I didn't get my 24-minute confirmation. So maybe every other day, and I don't have a Bybit tutorial, man, but you know who does? The Moon YouTube channel. Check him out. He's a great channel. A little bit sensational, but still a great channel. How do you set alerts? Thanks, Eric B. Yeah, I love the Moon too. But here's the thing about the Moon. You guys need to be well grounded in your plan and strategy before you watch a Moon video, because he will freak you out, man. Okay, I have literally gotten woken up by a Moon YouTube video notification. Watched his video of him freaking out. He's like, right now, emergency in this video, right? And you're like, oh my goodness, I need to do something right now. And then you do it without thinking about it, and you get wrecked. So, you know, just be careful with that. You know, like he's really good at his technical analysis, but he'll make you move without thinking, and that's dangerous. How do you set alerts? Yes, Market Cipher A will allow you to set alerts. The way you set alerts is very simple. If you're setting an alert for Market Cipher B, you just click. I actually made a video about this. You can check it out. But you just right-click Market Cipher B, click Add Alert, and then, you know, make sure it's Market Cipher B, and then you can click. What do you want? A small red dot, a small green dot, small green dot. Once per bar close, that means it won't give you a notification until the bar closes. Only once, that means it'll give you a notification if it prints. That doesn't mean it's confirmed. And then once per minute, that will give you a notification every minute while it's there. So those are your different options there. Right, Chill Guy, exactly. Yeah, he's crazy, right? But he's exactly as predicted. He's been really good. In fact, yesterday, the only trade I've ever seen him not be correct on was his diamond pattern yesterday. And you know, I just, in the beginning of this video, I don't know if you could see it because the screen was zoomed in, but if he had had Market Cipher, he would not have entered that trade. Do I always exit on red? No, I have different ways to exit, guys. I have different ways to exit. Okay, I have an indicator. It's kind of expensive, but let me see right here. It's called Vision, right? It's not great on its own. It's really not great on its own, but it gives you some take profit levels. You have to understand that it's not 100% accurate. So let's see here. It'll give you levels to take profit at, where it literally tells you take profit. Like you can see, like here, it told you to take profit. It's not 100% accurate, but I like to use it. I've been trying it out. It's like $100 a month, guys. I don't know if I'm going to keep it, but I'm experimenting with things, right? Because I want to try and find a really good exit indicator. I kind of use a combination of things. First of all, I'm always moving my stop loss up whenever we come to a new significant level. That way I never end up in the red. Right, Mad FinTech, exit at profit, that's right. I'm moving my stop loss and I'm taking profit on the way up. I'm taking profit on the way up, and my position gets smaller and smaller on the way up. Like I just mentioned, I entered that trade on January 29th, right? Right before that first Elon Musk Twitter fiasco thing. And I took some profit after the Elon Musk tweet, and my stop loss was under the last swing low. So I didn't get stopped out, and then after this low here, I move my stop loss here, and then after this low here, I move my stop loss here. I keep moving my stop loss under lows, and like I said, I was in that position for almost a month, and I didn't get stopped out until last night, and I got stopped out in a huge amount of profit. I got stopped out in about, let's see, about 65% profit. I got stopped out. So that's the way, you just gotta to kind of wing it and look at Market Cipher B, and you need to like draw on it and kind of see where the momentum is going. Yeah, Vision, it's an okay indicator. I don't hate it. It's backtesting it's kind of like break even. If you just go by Vision, it's like break even. Sorry, chill guy. Don't let it get to you, man. It looks like things are going back up for you. So what are you right now? You entered in at 52K, right, chill guy? So you might be in profit now, right? You might be in profit, right? Yeah, I use TradingView for charts, and I use Bybit and Binance and KuCoin for actually trading. Yeah. Okay, cool, chill guy. I mean, that's cool, man. I mean, I wish you had a strategy, man, because now you're in a position where you don't know what to do, because you don't have a plan, right? You're buying. Yeah, chill guy. Make sure before you keep trading, maybe check out some online free information about TA. I don't know how new you are, but definitely check out Market Cipher, man, because that will clear out the noise. There's so much noise out there. If you guys are just watching YouTube videos to know when to buy and sell, everyone has a different opinion, right? 20 people can look at the same chart and come up with 20 different strategies and plans. You need to make sure that you are in control of your trading, that you come up with your plans, and you stick to your plans. Because if you don't, you're going to be like just a leaf blowing in the wind. Every new current of wind that comes is going to blow you in a new direction. You're going to get wrecked that way. Yeah, Visalis. That's a good point. Sorry, Edward, man. Edward, check out Market Cipher. Go to my channel. Check out my videos, and it'll really help you not enter into bad trades. I'm telling you guys, Market Cipher is like it is doing the technical analysis for you. Yeah, Raluca Tio, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but yeah, again, check out Market Cipher because it will keep you from buying at the top. It will keep you from buying at the top. We just went over why we didn't enter we did not enter at that 58K. You know, Market Cipher, this plugin, this indicator, it really will tell you not to enter. There were so many times yesterday where I was looking at the charts, waiting to see if there was a good entry. There was not, so I didn't enter. And that's true too. Rick Costa, you only lose if you sell. I mean, that's the thing. Unless you're leverage trading and getting liquidated, if you just buy on spot, you're good. You're good, especially in this crazy bull market. I mean, if you buy at 58K and just hold that thing, it's going to be at 60K soon. So don't worry. Don't worry. Visalis, yeah, I know how that is. Also, guys, check out this guy right here. Chart Champions. That guy, now that guy knows his TA. Chart Champions, Daniel. That guy is so good at TA. He does not need Market Cipher at all. In fact, I took some of his trading courses to learn some better TA myself. And to be honest with you, I'm learning a lot, and it's helping me. But Market Cipher is like a great, great tool. Mega Skaters 11, thank you. Yeah, ASDF, SADF, you're right. 58K is not the end of the world. You know, people who entered at 20K back in 2017 and it went back down to 3,000, you know, if they had held, you know. And it's funny, I made a video after the crash back in 2017, 2018. It's actually the featured video on my channel, where I go through all the crypto crashes and show that if you had just hodled and not freaked out, you would have been rich. For Verge, I don't really follow Verge. Yeah, Raluca Tio, I would totally buy some ETH right now. I would. I'm not. This is not financial advice, but yeah, whenever you can get a discount, if you're a long-term holder, buy the dip. Buy the dip. Yeah, Mega Skaters 11. Yeah. Check out some of my videos on how to use Market Cipher to come up with a good strategy, because it'll help you out. Thanks, Sindri. I appreciate that, man. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Probably not. Alright, guys. I'm going to end this stream right now. I'm going to upload a video later today. But thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. It really means a lot to me here. So let me see. I don't even know how to cancel this live stream now. Yeah, man, I'm such a noob. I'm such a noob. Maybe I should just leave the stream on, you know, all day and all night, so you guys can look at my blank screen while I'm not even in front of my computer. Yeah, let's see here. Stream. Yeah, I don't know how to do this, guys. Oh, man. Oh, here you go. End stream. Okay, cool. All right. Peace, y'all.